Did you all know that there's a SpongeBob episode out there with multiple endings which you can watch? Let's discuss what episode that is right now.
I got hot sauce in my bag, swag.
Hello there, beautiful human. My name is RidersDX and welcome to my channel, where today we're finally talking about SpongeBob again. Yes, I've missed talking about my favorite yellow sponge, so I'm really happy to be talking about him again. And you know, there's not really much news right now, so I'm starting to dive into more of like creative content, you know, just kind of trying to make videos about things that I want to make about in terms of SpongeBob, which has been really cool, but also a lot more difficult because there's a lot more of what I can talk about than I can like possibly do. So trying to choose what to do has been difficult, but I'm getting through it. But today I wanted to discuss a certain SpongeBob episode that I actually realized this past week has multiple endings that you can watch. And yeah, I had no idea that this was a thing until I stumbled upon it on the internet, so we're gonna go ahead and discuss that. Before we get into the video, I want to share today's fan art. This fan art comes from someone named ChaosMoon77. So this is a user in my Discord server. They might also have like YouTube, Twitter, other links I don't know at this moment, but if there are any, I'll be sure to share them in the description box below and also in the top right corner if possible. But yeah, check out this fan art of Meadow Duckles. I really love the animation style of this. It looks like very similar to the Sonic Adventure style in a way, but a little bit more bubbly. So I'm really digging this. I love it. I really think this is very well done actually. Like, I love the detail here, and seeing the Meadow Duckles' beak and seeing the tail at the end, you know, this is just awesome. So thank you so much, Chaos Moon. Like I said, if there's any links, then I'll be sure to leave it in the description box below. So thank you so much. Back to the topic at hand. So the episode that I'm talking about here is called Shanghaied. So for those of you who don't know, Shanghaied is an episode of Spongebob Squarepants where SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward go up and end up on the Flying Dutchman ship. And because they're on the Flying Dutchman ship, they're sworn to serving the Flying Dutchman for all eternity. I mean, clearly that's what happened, right? So of course, SpongeBob and Patrick spend the whole episode serving the Flying Dutchman, trying to follow his orders and doing his very scary task, although failing very humorously, while Squidward is left falling in I don't know. So this was one of my favorite episodes when I was a kid, and I decided I want to watch it again. So I went looking for places online to watch the episode, and in one place that I found, I was able to watch the episode. But watching it from this website, I got hit with a patchy segment beforehand, and I was like, why is there a patchy segment before the episode? Is this like a different episode? They just named it incorrectly. But as I was watching the Patchy segment, I realized that I didn't recognize what Patchy was doing in this segment at all. It was like completely new to me, and I was so confused. And then it went into the actual episode, Shanghaied, and I was like, wow, I had no idea that this episode had a Patchy segment associated with it. And then during the Patchy segment, Patchy had explained that near the end of the episode, you would be able to dial a certain phone number to choose the ending of this episode. Yes, that's right. Shanghaied is the episode that has multiple endings to it. And there was actually a bit of a TV event going on when this episode was premiered, where when you were watching it live, you got the opportunity to dial in a phone number and vote for the ending that you want to see on the episode. So this is really cool to see. It was really awesome to get this new piece of information for an episode I've always loved, but I had no idea that this was going on when it first premiered. But like I said before, there are multiple endings to this episode, and the multiple endings are dependent on who gets chosen by the Flying Dutchman at the end of the episode to make the final wish. So obviously in the episode that we all know, SpongeBob is the one that gets chosen, and SpongeBob of course chooses to become fruit for some reason. And they all live happily ever after. But the other endings that could have been chosen are if Patrick or Squidward got the final wish. And these endings are very interesting. I was watching them, and it definitely put a new spin to the episode. So I'll show the clips right now. I'm not sure if copyright is gonna take this down or not. I mean, I'm gonna make it look a little bit blurry, unfortunately, just because I don't want to get copyrighted for this, but you'll get the gist of it from the clip, I'm sure. And it can be found online if you look hard enough. So first up, let's go over Patrick's ending.
You are it! That's you, Patrick. Make your wish. Wait, Patrick. Listen, I do not particularly feel like being trapped here for all eternity. Eternity is a very long time. Understand? Patrick, you've got to think harder than you've ever thought before. That's not gonna do it! Think harder! Come on, Patrick. Yeah, come on. Put on your feet. Yes, you're doing it. Come on, Patrick.
Okay, I got it.
The wish is granted.
Oh, I'm sorry. Want some gum?
You wished for gum?
Well, if we're gonna be here forever, we might as well have fresh breath.
Minty.
I think Patrick's ending was so obvious yet so funny at the same time. Like, you knew that Patrick was gonna wish for something that was completely absurd and completely useless, but it was still really funny anyway. Like the fact that Patrick wished for like gum or mints, I forgot what it was specifically, and the Flying Dutchman just ended up eating them at the end. It was just a really sad but funny ending to the episode, and yeah, kind of anticlimactic because they never actually got to escape from the Flying Dutchman. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Squidward's ending.
You are it! Squidward, you get a wish! A great big wish! That's right. And you know what I wish?
No.
I wish that I had never met you two barnacle heads before in my entire life. So be it. Hi there, I don't believe we've met. My name is Spongebob, and this is my associate, Patrick.
Hi.
That's not what I meant! Well, now that introductions are out of the way, it's time for dinner. And what did you say your name was? I'm Squidward. I'm your neighbor. Oh, nice to meet you, Squidward. We'll have plenty of time to get to know each other, I guess.
Now Squidward's ending was really funny, and like it was funny in an unexpected way because, you know, his wish was something that I would expect Squidward to do, and I was surprised that Squidward hadn't done anything like that before. And so it was really funny to see that Squidward wished for that, only to meet SpongeBob like a second later. It definitely was not what Squidward was intending, but it could be interpreted as such from the wish, so you really have to be specific in terms of what you want from the wish. You like make sure you account for like all things, but at the same time, if you did that, then would that count as like 3 wishes or still 1 wish? You know, the politics of granting wishes are very complicated. But the thing with these 2 endings is that they both ended in the Flying Dutchman eating the characters, and SpongeBob's is the only one that doesn't end up like that. So I actually have a theory that when this episode aired the way that it did, where you got to call in a phone number to vote for an ending, I don't think it was actually live. Like, think about it. Most of the time, patchy segments are like never live, they're pre-filmed, and this patchy segment, when I watched it, didn't look any different in terms of the way it was filmed from the other patchy segments. And the fact that those 2 endings ended the same way in the Flying Dutchman eating them in such an unsatisfying like ending, it really makes me think that there actually wasn't like a poll going on here. I think that SpongeBob was always going to be the final answer. It makes sense from a writing standpoint and also from the way that the ending was designed. You know, SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward did kind of escape, although not really since the Flying Dutchman was still gonna eat them, but but it was different from the other 2 endings where the Flying Dutchman just outright eats the characters. And so I think they always intended to have SpongeBob be the final ending, but they wanted to kind of increase the audience engagement and get more kids excited for the special. So that's why they put on this whole vote for your favorite ending kind of thing. But truth be told, I don't think this episode was actually live. I think it was pre-filmed. They just put up a phone number for kids to vote. So yeah, that it is what it is. But it's a children's show, and honestly, if I saw this as a kid, I probably wouldn't have cared, and I probably would have voted for SpongeBob anyway. Actually, no, I think I would have voted for Patrick. I think Patrick was my favorite character back then. I don't know. These are the questions I'll never get answered. But yeah, what do you all think about this? Did you all know that there were multiple endings to this? I mean, maybe this is a very well-known fact within the SpongeBob fan base, and I'm just very, very far behind. But I personally did not know, and it was a really cool discovery, so I just wanted to share it with you all. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and let me know if there's any other episodes too that have multiple endings as well, because I'd be really interested in looking into those episodes as well. But this is the only one, as far as I know, that has actual clips of the other endings, so it's really cool thing to look back on. But yeah, please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, subscribe to my channel if you like videos like these, want to see more in the future. Follow me on Twitter at RidersDX, or join my Discord server, the Spongy Garden. And this is Riders, riding out.